Hi everyone, Emily here. Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to begin at the bottom or start at the top or wherever, whatever it looks like for you. So I've been on a health journey for decades, many years since I was in my 20s. I've been on a search for health, healthy habits, and tried so many different things, weight loss programs and working out and walking, many different things. And then when I was in my 20s, it was a little easier because if I focused on creating tiny little habits, kind of came naturally. And sustaining those habits weren't always easy because stress would kick in or, a party would happen. And I didn't know at the time, not just a party, celebration or, something going on in the world or in my life. All good stuff, nothing major, but there were some setbacks there, some heartaches and things like that, of course. But I didn't know at the time that creating these little tiny habits were what was going to be my ultimate, you know, cure, if you will. Maybe not so much cure, but my ultimate focus, which is right now, which is what I focus on, is healthy habits, habit stacking, right? So, in my 20s, I thought, okay, if I exercise and I watch what I eat and I drink water and I follow this person and I follow that person, whatever, something's going to stick. And it did for a while. I was always able to lose weight. But then when I stopped what I was doing, I let life get in the way, I gain it all back again. So, what I know now, fast forward 30 years, I'm at the point where I get it. I finally get it. And I attribute that to the program that I was coached to 100%. Even though all of the things I'm learning in this program by habit stacking, changing the neural pathways in my brain and creating these little tiny habits one step at a time, we all know what they are. We all know what we should be doing. I mean, I don't know a person on this planet that doesn't know, all right, if I did this, if I did that. Remember my video from last week, if you should all over yourself, what's going to happen, right? So I decided to take it a couple hundred steps back, right? And just begin to focus on one healthy habit, right? Today, we're going to focus on drinking water. Drinking water. Backwards, never give up. But drinking water, the simplest thing about drinking water is just doing it, right? I can't believe how many times I talk to people and they're like, oh, I don't really drink water. I don't like it. I get it. Water's boring, right? It's not something that we're like, oh, gotta drink water. Like I posted the other day on one of the social medias, Facebook, I think. Do you remember drinking as much water 30 years ago as we do now? And how many people my age said, no, we drank out of the water hose. We drank out of the faucet. We drank, those little quarter waters, the 25-cent drinks, and the things that you can get your hands on because, you were a kid. And it was like, all right, if you were lucky, you got a soda once in a while. Water wasn't a big thing. And I don't remember ever buying water until I was well, I lived in Pennsylvania and they really didn't like the water. So that's when I began buying water, but it wasn't like the trend. So that's why it's funny to me when I meet people who don't drink water. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Like, okay, well, let's talk about that because water is going to be your first healthy habit that we work on. So start there, start small, start one little tiny habit at a time and begin to stack them. And if you want to know more about how to do that, I can definitely help you. That's my jam, right? I love to stack habits. I love to help people and guide people through that process because when you're going through life, you don't necessarily realize that all these little things add up because you're not paying attention to it. I love when I'm talking to clients and they say, wow, I'm putting all this together, it's starting to make sense. Like I see the light come on. I remember when that light came on in me, right? Even though I was spending years and years and years of trying to figure this out. And then when I was put in the right order with the system that we have, I was like, this is brilliant. This should be taught in kindergarten. Even though I can remember my mother saying to me, Emily, you're not hungry, you're thirsty, drink some water. It's just all these memories and things come flooding back. And I remember being a kid, no, I'm not thirsty. I'm hungry. Wah, wah, wah. That was always me. That was a conversation I always had with my mother as a baby. But anyway, I'm not blaming anybody for anything. I'm just saying, start small. Start with little habits that add up to bigger habits that add up to results. Okay. And this is just a peek into what I do as a coach with my clients. And if you want to know more about that, all of my contact information is below. Happy to share at any level, wherever you are, wherever you are at this moment, I'll meet you right there and we'll take it from there. Right. So, I always appreciate watching. Hopefully this helps in the tiniest bit of ways. My idea was tiny little habits today, tiny little habits. Get to bed a little bit earlier, right? Maybe instead of watching TV later, go to bed. You're tired. You're sitting there like, oh, I want to watch TV. I can remember battling myself, like, I don't want to go to bed yet because I've earned this time on the couch. But then it would sneak into, all right, well, I've been on the couch now and maybe I'm a little hungry and thirsty, and I'll start to drink and eat things that really aren't going to support my goals. See what I'm getting here? So creating those little habits that add up to bigger, healthier habits is the way to go. Again, you want to know more about how this works? Hit me up. Send me a message. And if you liked what you heard on this video, like and subscribe and share it with me. That's my only purpose here, is to inspire as many people as I can, right? I found this program to be the one thing that has ever worked for me. And now I am out here sharing because I care, because I know there's other people out there. I've worked with them. I've worked with you. I know that there are other people out there who need this, if not now for the first time, but again. So right now, even that there's some incentives going on with our program. So I would love to extend that to you as well. But anyway, program aside, start stacking those tiny little habits, and we'll talk more about it when you're ready. Thanks for watching. Contact information is all below in my description. That's all I have to say for today. Appreciate you.